Dungeons and Dragons.
And junk drawer.
Peace up, A-Town down.
Oh.
Yeah. Streamlabs changed a bunch of stuff and it threw me off. Hey, everyone.
Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Junk Drawer.
Ding.
Before we get into our nonsense and shenanigans tonight, Josh, you have a very special message for a friend of yours who is also known as your brother.
Yeah. So, I've known him for a really long time, and I've seen him through the highs and the lows, and it's, I realized recently I've been doing a lot of introspection, and I just really want to say, fuck you, Donovan. and I mean that from here and from my left shoulder. Back to you, Pat.
Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that. So, we are back. Everybody's here. We're all back at the same table. Air quoting that out a little bit. So tonight we will get the party back together. Thank you so much for hanging out with just Josh and I for the last 2 weeks. But you're about to see some stuff today. First, some shout outs. You can follow us on any social media platform, Twitch, YouTube, at The Junk Drawer Show. So please do that. All of your support would be greatly appreciated. Feel free to jump in the chat and talk at us and whatnot. I'm sure some of us will be in there tonight, possibly talking back with you. We would also like to shout out Roll20 for being the platform that lets us stay together, even though some of us are further away than others, specifically Josh Delgado. He's real far away. Super duper far. But still in our hearts. You know what I mean?
Always in our hearts.
Always in our hearts. I would also like to shout out Carlos for doing our awesome Pride Month art that we had as our previous screen before we went into campaign the last 2 weeks. And just in time for non-Pride, he's back. So, great stuff. To recap our last episode really quick, Thor and Loki, after getting to Sherbo Wharf, went and jumped in a portal to chase after a wizard that was having some misgivings and causing some misgivings with a fiendish force on the island. They went with Princess Orna. That's her name, right? Yeah. Princess Orna. And destroyed the wizard known as Sharbo. No.
The wharf or the
Shambo.
Shambo.
Because he's
so
a
close
sham.
to Sherbo.
Because he's
so
a sham.
close. Destroying the wizard and a Washtrelith named Arnoth. All in time to get swooped up by a big giant whale and taken to Orna's one of her outpost cities, where they are now waiting after trying to build an alliance. Thor was shut down by Orna, who's very standoffish, and they are awaiting word to see what will happen next. So in order to find out what will happen next, Dice Daddy, whenever you're ready.
So, when we're all together
In a tavern.
Thor and Loki, you are within the mouth of the great whale, and Orna had put Loki on her back almost like a jetpack after some terse words with Thor in regards to the oncoming onslaught. She had prepared you with rings of water breathing. And last we were together, she had rocketed herself and Loki out of the whale's mouth, almost like Pinocchio. And you, Thor, you swing Mjolnir and push forward as you follow Orna. Now, when you throw your hammer, you are at a velocity that is, it needs to be strong enough to literally pick you up and move you. You are, I would say, a few feet behind Orna from one push that she's able to push. Loki, go ahead and make a strength check. See if you can hold on to this very solid woman.
Jeez.
Scoots.
All right, 16.
16. I'll say that you do slip a bit, but you are able to maintain that grip on the princess. As you push forward, you're in this murky water that eventually becomes clearer and clearer, and within it you see a utopian underwater kingdom. It looks like everything is made out of limestone and glass and shells and slate. As eventually Orna gently kind of just her feet plants onto the soft sand that you're kind of, I mean, you're underwater, so you're moving slowly together as Orna goes to you, Loki. Are you okay, land dweller?
Yeah, I'm fine. And
Go ahead and make a con check for me. Make sure you don't throw up on.
17.
Yeah, you're a little green, but you're all right.
Yes, I am fine. Can't you tell? I feel fine.
Go ahead and roll a deception check.
1.
1?
Yeah. Well, let me see. Hold on.
You kind of
It'd be a
gag
10,
a little bit
but...
while you say it. You're like, 1. I'm good. And Orna just looks over at you, Thor, and goes, "Is he always the screen around the gills?"
Green is Loki's color, so sure.
So you said we're underwater in the city, right?
Yes.
Like, it's a city? Okay.
So go ahead and both of you make perception checks for me.
Perception.
6.
7.
Off to a strong start.
And I.
Okay, you guys are...
The city is underwater.
Whoa.
Nuts.
Dude.
It's crazy. No, you look around, and as I had stated before, it's mostly of just different underwater rock, corals, limestones. The people, it's a bustling city. Very large. There is a palace in the center of it, and as you get closer, you are able to see people, and the people look kind of like Tritons, but there are some similarities and some differences in the regards of Tritons you usually see are blue and teal in nature. These are more purples, reds, and I will say big differences are they don't have legs as lower halves, but they have serpent lower halves. And you rolled too low to know what the hell they were.
Okay.
Serpent people.
Oh no!
Mermaids.
Snakes are eating them all.
Snake. So Orna eventually looks at you, and the minute she touches down and people take notice of her, people start clamoring. People get immediately excited seeing her. And you see a small smile, slight hand raise, as she goes, "Come, we must go to the palace, and you can rendezvous with your friends," as she begins to walk forward.
And I follow.
And I walk.
And I walk.
Walk with him.
And I use my additional notes.
It has no effect.
It has no effect. Shit. So it takes some time. There's more of that clamoring, and as you get to the foot of the palace, you see these guards of more of these red snake-like mermaids, and with their arms, they immediately bow to Princess Orna as they go, Your Majesty, we did not realize you would be here. This is a gift you have brought upon us. Thank you for visiting us." And she puts up a hand immediately. And she goes, "Please let Calaxian know that I'm here." And you see one of them run off, and they go, "Do you need anything, Princess? Do you need your friends? Do they need rest? Do they need food?" Hand goes up again. "They won't be staying long."
But yes, we would love some food.
And looks at Orna for confirmation, and she nods as she moves forward. Tension rising between the three of you. We'll run over quickly to Papel, as we have Thok, Alder, and Ren. I would assume you did not want to stay in the creepy tomb of the Bone Queen for the evening.
No, probably want to go.
Luke is showing you his things. He's like grabbed you by like the wrist, Alder, and like, this is my bear, and that's my train set. I don't know what a train is. That's my boats.
But at this point, Alder's kind of just like spooked in general, because obviously he's not much with gods and heaven and hell and all sorts of that stuff, but he's a little bit spooked from talking to Lucifer, so he's ready to get out of here.
Okay. And the minute Lucas sees that you're disinterested, Alder, he immediately locks onto you, Thok, and he goes, "Yep, that's my block set. These are Chinese checkers. Don't know what Chinese is. This is my kitchen. This is my coloring stuff. You look," and he looks at you and he goes, "Do you want to color with me?"
Maybe later.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Ugh. Perception. Oh, I forgot that I had that. Okay, plus 15.
I mean, it's not very hard, but you do see that Alder is very visibly disturbed being in this den, and everything that is kind of coming towards him and being spoken at, whether it is the twins or Luca or Ren, is just going through one ear out the other, and he's just, if he had laser eyes, he'd be drilling a hole into the floorboards.
Maybe out of game. Did we already decide how we're getting out of here?
Did you? Did you guys decide how you're getting out of here?
I mean, what we had discussed was, based off of how it went, we talked with Lucifer and we talked with his what's her face, Luke, and we talked with Mama Dorinda. Yeah, we talked with her about saying to try and be low key about the Raven Queen, and we were going to leave.
Hey, Luca, which is the way out of here?
Oh, I mean, it's out the way you came. If you go down this hallway, you should be able to go back outside, but it's dark out now, so I don't know if do you want to go back outside?
Yeah, we do have to get going, Luca.
Yeah.
Why?
There's a lot of world outside of here. We still have a lot to see and a lot to do.
And he just kind of makes that little kid face and just kind of goes, "Why? You have everything here."
Not exactly.
Yeah, you got blocks, you got fake food for when you pretend hungry. You have markers, you have colors.
You know what? You're right. We do have everything here, but
perfect.
But
this is my blocks.
No, we have to go, Luca.
You're a good kid, Luca. Stay out of trouble.
What?
Alder's off.
As you do that, you hear pitter pattering of claws on tile as Ren goes, "Oh, you're leaving now?"
We do gotta get going now that we've got this kind of sorted. Are you coming with us?
Oh, yes. When were you're leaving the town now, or you're camping. What are you doing?
I mean, we have to connect with the rest of our group. We're probably just gonna go and I would assume we're probably gonna rest for the night, Thok, and get going
somewhere
in the
out
morning.
in nature.
Great. Oh, okay, great. Interesting. So you like staying out in nature for fun? Like camping?
Sure.
And you see her and she has her little notepad. Okay, interesting. So are you going to leave in the morning or in the afternoon? I'm just trying to make sure I have all my things.
Do you have everything?
And she kind of like
how long
looks.
does it take it
You see all her shit around her and she goes, yes. No. I think so.
How long would it take her to pack?
Not long, but this is there are some things I'd like to finish up around here if you're going to be local, of course, and then of course I can meet you in the morning.
I look at Alder.
I mean, you can contact her in the morning when we're ready to go.
Yeah. And we could just meet up somewhere.
Yes, we will meet up somewhere. Yes.
Sweet. So we'll see you in the morning.
Okay, great. In the morning. And okay, good. Yes.
All right.
Great.
Bye, Red. Good night.
Goodbye, Thok. Good night. Good night, Alder.
Good night, Red.
I follow him out.
So the two of you leave the cave, and that stale, stagnant air, you are soon met by the stars and the moon in the sky, and the fresh air immediately fills in your lungs as the three of you, because Manu is there as well, though very quiet, and you are just bathed in moonlight. And both of you make a perception check for me as you both are looking up at the moon in the sky.
Oh.
Ooh.
14.
Natural one.
I will say with your 14, Alder, and the distance around the moon, it looks like there is a shooting star that is passing.
Does that have any kind of significance? Alder think that it has any kind of significance?
Is he into astrology, or does he wish on shooting stars?
I would say that he would.
That's such a Sagittarius thing to say.
I'm not a Sagittarius.
Alder is, though.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. You're right. You know him better than I do. Yeah, he's gonna kind of just looking up, close his eyes, and just kind of make a wish to himself.
Okay.
I'm just setting up my tent. Or bedroll, whatever the hell.
Okay. So I would say most likely you don't want to stay a few feet from the creepy cave. Just a safe assumption.
Yes.
You go a few paces out where you're able to see the sleeping town of Papel, but you're on the outskirt of where that cave is, in the middle ground, but not to where the cemetery is. And there's a nice clearing that the three of you are able to set up camp successfully. As the crickets chirp and the cicadas click.
I'll set up a fire and try and, rather than just us being out in the open in case it storms, I'll try and take some branches and whatnot and try and fashion a little bit of like a covering.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Does it look like rain?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
29.
Okay.
Natural 20.
I will say skies are clear. However, Alder, you're able to fashion a nice awning for any kind of weather, whether that be rain, snow, sun. It's sturdy, solid, and it's going to stay most definitely throughout the night. As The two of you are just kind of working in silence.
What's Manu doing?
Manu is, I would assume you had established a fire. He's kind of sitting by that and just kind of staring into the fire. You see the different colors and the light washing against his face, dark shadows that deepen a very contemplative look.
Once I finish like setting up, gathering a little bit of firewood and stuff, I'll sit next to him and ask, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's just this is a lot.
It's a lot. I know. God, I don't even know where to start.
I don't know either. Maybe, I don't know. Where are we going next? What's the rendezvous point?
Is it the Isle of Storms?
No, we said we were gonna meet at the northern foresty area. That was our next stop. I don't know if we got a name for it yet, DM.
I do have a name.
Okay.
It is Zion Square.
Zion Square. Okay. Yeah, we're supposed to rendezvous at Zion Square. We're waiting at least until the morning, because Ren's gonna come with.
Right.
But, yeah. I'm still like lost in thought about the 7 avatars of Lucifer and kind of.
Yeah, 7 deadly sins are a lot.
A lot. Yeah. And I'm kind of curious why he said that not my soul, what did he say? It was myself was tainted.
I mean, you're not more concerned about him picking 7 deadly avatars and one of them possibly being, and he kind of looks up above from the fire where Alder is fashioning the overhang.
No, I trust Alder.
I don't know. Prince of Darkness can be very tempting.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as I've known him, I've never seen him really be tempted by anything. He's kind of always walked to the beat of his own drum. He's a strong one. You may not look it on the outside, but I feel like he's stronger than I am.
Well, let's hope that rings true there, then. Yes.
I mean, it's his decision. It's his choice. I'm not one to really judge on people making their decisions, whether they're the right or wrong ones. God knows I haven't made all the best ones, but I just try to walk my truth, you know? And try to help as many people as I can along the way, including you. All right, try.
I appreciate the confidence.
I wouldn't call it exactly confidence. Maybe just there's still some hope. This whole dealing with gods and avatars and other worlds and end of worlds and Ragnarok, like you can't think it all at once. You kind of have to take it one step at a time. Otherwise, it'll just eat you up.
What do you think he meant by all of that? That we started all of this?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, isn't there like some form of, what is it, a proverb? Something about if you go back in time and step on like a goblin, half the population dies in the future or something like that?
No.
Maybe it's something that we did out of our control. No? I thought that's how it went.
I don't know. I just how do you think the shitheads are doing? Thing 1 and thing 2.
Hopefully better than we are. Because I can't imagine them also needing 7 avatars. I wonder, can a god be an avatar? I don't know.
Do you think they ran into me, though, the other me?
Who's to say? I mean, once we meet up, I guess.
Unless they're dead.
I don't think so. Well, I guess should I? Because I still have my necklace, right? Or whatever calling thing we've been using.
You should, unless you gave it to someone.
No, okay. I mean, it's late. I don't want to call them this late. I guess in the morning we'll double check, see where they're at, see if they're ready to meet up, and start heading to Zion.
Hey. You're the one with the neck and the collar, so you're the boss.
I am not the boss, especially on land. Maybe in the sea. I look over at Alder, I'm like, he has potential. Leadership material.
You'd make a fine skipper.
Do you need a bedroll?
No.
You sleep?
No. Don't. You don't have to worry about me.
Okay.
We'll talk in the morning.
Will do. All right. I try to pat him on the back. Do I feel him? He's corporeal?
I think we've established, it's been so long, he's corporeal to you to an extent. So right. There's resistance. It's not like hitting flesh, but...
Yeah. And I'm not going to pat him hard. If anything, it's like a pat and like almost like a shoulder squeeze as I get up and head over towards where I'm laying down.
Okay. And Manu puts his hands in his pockets and stares at the fire as it slowly dies. Alder, are you doing anything before you head in for the night?
I'm just going to make sure that, obviously, I'm assuming everything that happened between Thok and Manu was outside of earshot, so I couldn't hear the conversation that they're having.
I'm not hiding it.
I would say it's like low voices. It's not whispering, but, you know...
But
even if
I'm
you're not hiding it, you don't want to talk about... if you're talking about someone, you don't want to, advertise it.
Knowing that he's at a point to where I really can't hear him, he's probably at a point to where he really can't hear me unless he's actively trying to, which it seems like he's not. I'm going to contact Thor through the necklace and be like, you guys make it out all right?
And I'll say, Thok, you're able to hear that envelop your ears.
Actually, no, he wouldn't have it on him. Because remember, we said we didn't want him to know communication because of the Manu bit. So he would not hear the conversation.
So no necklace for him.
I'm assuming it's like in my pocket then, like, or something like that.
So we've established that it works like a phone. We can call each other. Yeah, you can call someone directly in the party. However, I don't have mine.
That's right. So
you specifically made sure that you had yours. Why don't you have yours?
Because I gave it to what's her butt?
You're
The
met
ladies.
with You're met with a slightly annoyed. Oi, hey there, older. As Veldana answers your call.
Do not tell me he's dead.
No, not dead, but not here. Last we heard, he was in the mouth of, I believe, a whale.
Sounds promising. Hopefully he gets me some information on that because I'd like to find out about the whale. But I guess I'll try in the morning. Hopefully we get to hear from him. Figure out what our next move is.
Loki, you have yours, correct?
Yeah. I can't hear that, though, right? Because it went
Right.
specifically. Okay.
I just want to confirm for Valdana's sake. I mean, I heard all this information from Loki.
That's good to know. I'll try reaching out to him real quick. Thank you, Valdana.
Yeah.
And be like, you guys aren't dead, are you? To Loki.
As you receive the message, I'll just say to kind of slice the scene up, you are within the guest chamber of the kingdom. As you had walked into the kingdom, into the palace, you were eventually met with the king of this palace, who's more of that red Triton, just looks like a Dorito, has broad shoulders, large pecs, large biceps, has this very full black beard and almost scaled dreadlocks, as he looks a little bit more, I would say, dragonborn snake-like than mermaid. And he immediately embraces Orna, and she kisses him and goes, "You look good." And he goes, "So you've brought friends, my princess." And she goes, "Allies for now. They assisted me with slaying the demon." He goes, "Wow, whoa, another demon? Yes, come, welcome. I am Calaxian. This is my kingdom, the Gumanda kingdom. Yes."
Is his title technically king?
He is a king, yes.
King Galaxian?
Calaxian.
Galaxia.
Galaxia.
And he goes
What's
to
it?
Orna, "These are more suitors?" And you see her eyebrow raise, and she goes, "No." Sorry, go ahead, Loki.
What was the kingdom name you said?
It is
Gumanda.
Gumanda.
It's Gunada. Gunada. I wrote it in pencil, so it's hard to read in this light.
It's okay.
But yes, goes, "More suitors for you, Princess Orna." And no. They helped me with the wharf. And we're grateful for them, for they have protected me. However, Trill is not looking as favorable. I will reach out to the Huyang Kingdom, see if they're able to go to the wharf and check on him. You will excuse me for a moment, yes? As she looks at the two of you.
Of course.
I mean, you're king, so do as kings do.
Oh, no, this is Princess Orna.
Oh, got it. Yeah, no. Do you gotta do princess stuff.
When she does that and rolls her eyes at us, I kind of lean over to Thor and say, "I didn't even realize we were a part of that conversation."
I didn't think we were. I don't feel like we're a part of a lot of conversations that she is a part of.
And after all we've been through,
I mean, like, she almost died. You protected her. I killed stuff. Like, you think she'd be a little more receptive.
I know, we've spilled blood together. We have dined together in my mind. There's been so many things, and I am personally hurt.
Are you going to try and take over Orna's kingdom? Is this the new goal?
No. When this is the only thing that needs to happen for me to die, and Loki takes off his ring of water breathing, I don't stand a chance.
When you speak, it goes. Boom, 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 boom.
I can put together what you're surmising here, Loki. As delightful as it is hanging out with Princess Orna, we do need to get going. We need to get to Zion Square, like, tomorrow. Not actually tomorrow, but quickly.
How? We've got to go back and get everyone from the wharf first, right? I guess they could meet us.
They could get back on the Wandering Rose now that, the water's a little less treacherous, and maybe Orna can ship us another whale or something. I don't know how this works.
I really did not mind the whale travel.
It wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be way worse. It wasn't that bad.
No, I bet if I took some time, I could carve out one of those teeth into a nice chair.
So it's all bristle, Loki. It's not a chair. It's just like a bunch of hair.
Oh, even easier. I don't have to do any carving. I'll just lean back and it'll conform to my body like a cloud.
You are the laziest worker I've ever come across in my thousands of years of life.
Oh, that can't be true.
As you say that can't be true, you hear Alder's voice ring into your head. You're not dead, are you?
Hey, Thor. How good is your dying sounds?
I mean, I've almost died quite a bit.
So it says pretend and touches it?
I pretend to die.
Oh, roll a performance check. As you are caught off guard, please do it at disadvantage for me and tell me what the sounds sound like.
6.
Ooh, I'm dying.
It sounds like, ooh-wee, oh, my liver.
Oh, no. Death for me.
Ow. It's just a lot of ow, ow, ow.
Ow, 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 ooh. I was arrested for crimes.
Oh, no.
I'm a little boy
Black mask.
You dumb black man.
Alder, you just missed it. Thor just died, as you could hear. I'm so sorry.
Obviously, you don't believe any of this because of how low Thor rolled.
I'm not rolling well. This is bad.
Be thankful that it's for this, not for something fucking important.
This was important to me.
Glad to hear that you guys are both all right. We're ready for whatever's next. Just give us the cue and we'll be heading wherever we need to go.
We are currently underwater, figuring out how to get up toward... And do we know the name? The Zion Square? Do we know that, or just the players know that?
I'll say you know Zion Square.
Okay. We are preparing to head to Zion Square as soon as possible, but the rest of our crew and Loki's just looking around, just kind of soaking in everything. Rest of our crew, including my dear Ned, are not here. So we may have to go get them. How was your little adventure?
We got information, but unfortunately, we did not get much accomplished. The two of us and a helper we found along the way are not strong enough to take care of what we got going on here. But it's probably better to give you more information in person.
That's a shame. But yes, I look forward to hearing it in person. And I can tell you about the demon we slayed and the town we saved. And, we traveled in a whale. And Loki's just trying to rub it in.
Did he buy it? Did he buy it? And Thor's was on the other side. He bought it, right?
Oh, he totally bought it.
We got him?
That was the best performance you've ever had.
Can you put Thor on real quick?
No, he's dead.
Rude.
How dare you ask for him?
Okay, well, tell him not to quit his day job.
Well, he can't quit. He died, so.
That's how quitting works, Alder.
And he hears you say that too, because I didn't close the connection. Shut the fuck up, Thor.
yeah, no, definitely heard that. Super dead. All right, guys, happy or all right. Talk more in the morning.
Yeah, you too. Cheers.
Bye.
As the two of you sign off with Alder, Calaxian brandishes a bottle in his hand and goes, "So sorry, couldn't help but overhear your very loud conversation. You have a place to go in a hurry. Yes.
Soon.
After we convince Princess Orna to be our comrade further.
Comrade. Oh, you have bested her in battle.
No, but if we weren't there, somebody else would have. And that person is now Ash, so I would say that we helped quite a bit.
I am most certainly sure you have helped. And he brandishes the wine bottle and opens it, and he goes, "You'll have to. You're not able to drink. Okay. Moment, please." And he kind of swims over and measures a bit as he touches a few runes, and the rune that you're currently in begins to drain archaically or arcanically, as eventually it goes up to where maybe you're about your shins are, as he slithers slightly and he goes, "Sorry for all the water. We don't get much land dwellers lately here, but I am a hospitable king. Do you drink?"
Oh, of course. Whenever it's
we
being
had
offered.
half a bottle of Odin's whiskey on the way here.
Thor, you're being rude.
I'm not Thor at the moment. This is just for reference, because we're gonna probably have to roll for boozy. Yeah, that's all. We come from a place where drink is encouraged.
Well, here at this kingdom, we also encourage drinking. It seems that you have just barely begun to know of my dear love. She's not as prickly.
Nice. Oh, sorry.
Nice, prickly. She is quite lovely when she lets her guard down, though how difficult as it may be.
Sure.
Well, and he pours this wine and he goes, "Well, she wasn't so keen on me. I mean, arranged marriages are not usually, one of love, but of conjoining."
Hold on.
What are you doing with your fingers?
Oh, nothing.
Who? You were talking
blue
about
one.
You were talking about suitors, but blue one?
Yeah, eyes, blue.
Oh.
Blue one.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I thought
I didn't get your names.
Oh, I am Loki.
Okay.
Thor.
Perfect.
Yes. So when we got here, you mentioned, are we suitors?
Yes.
I assumed you meant marriage, but she's
Yes.
already married.
To you.
Of course.
Well, go on. Say more.
Well, I mean, not only me. The Princess Orna is the heir to several kingdoms.
Oh,
Several spouses.
You can do that. Thor, why do we not do that in Asgard?
I mean, that would be probably a question for father.
Okay.
You
have to
will
bring
have to
him up.
understand. I'm slightly confused, but Yes, Princess Orna is the heir to several kingdoms due to her parents and her lineage. She is unlike any other that we have encountered here in the depths.
Sure. Yeah, no, she seems great, allegedly.
So then she's wed to multiple kingdoms. So they'll all be hers?
They all are hers. I mean, she owns my kingdom as much as I do.
Huh. Now, what
And
is she
if
so
you
stressed?
were to die, she would be the only ruler.
Correct.
And that would be the same with all other kingdoms.
Give or take, yes. Of course, there's checks and balances. We, of course, have tribunals and councils and whatnot. We weren't expecting Princess Orna here for another several months. She was supposed to be on a different coast.
So she, like, comes to one place for a while, leaves, comes back. It's just she kind of, like, shares time.
Well, of course, there is time, but she also has incredibly different governmental duties. I mean, for here, for example, we have a completely different branch of government than, say, over at another kingdom.
So at this moment, Loki realizes they're prodding a bit too much, probably from all the Asgardian ale. And
oh no, it's whiskey, my guy.
Sorry, Asgardian
we had
whiskey.
Even
and
worse.
now
it's
wine.
Odin's whiskey. It's like the top of the top shelf.
Okay, so we had the best drink in the world, and now we are making asses of ourselves. So he looks to Thor and says, "Brother, I'm sure their customs make total sense once a sober mind has thought of them. But tonight, is it night?
It is evening, yes.
Okay. But tonight, we are not sober minds." And Loki raises his drink to cheers.
And he raises his as well. Thank you. Thank you for bringing her here. We are
sure
gracious.
We totally were the ones that said, let's go to Granada.
And he points at you and he goes, "You're a very bad liar."
I've been drinking, so.
And he goes, "I know you don't. I can obviously tell you do not like her."
It's not that I don't like her. She's just.
And he looks at you like.
It's not like if I didn't like her, I would tell you to your face. I have nothing to hide from you. Listen, King, Calaxian.
Calaxian is fine. King is so formal.
Yeah, I get it. If I didn't like her, I would tell you. But she's just an acquired taste, and we haven't gotten to the point where we can enjoy each other's company.
So you are
because we want to hit each other in the face really hard.
I stand by my statement. So you are thinking about suiting her.
Oh no, I'm married. Sorry.
So is she.
Right, but I'm a one-woman guy, allegedly.
Allegedly.
That is fair. I thought myself as such, and
having. Are you married to multiple women?
No, of course not. But
just Orna.
Just Miss Orna.
But
Princess
she's
Orna.
married to multiple men.
No, not multiple men. Not just men.
Multiple individuals.
Spouses, yes.
Right. Got it.
Having a network of prior to the
Thor just throws back. He's like, what is going on?
What Calaxian explains is, I know this is not a old tradition. This is fairly new. Within the past, how old is Orna now? The past 200 years or so? This is something
I've been gone,
newer.
so I wouldn't even know about that.
Okay, you come from a town, yes?
Sure.
And in that town, you have certain resources, you have certain ports that come, yes, in and out of town.
Kinda.
Now, say someone is to attack your town. Would any of the neighboring towns or anything of that sort come to your town to protect it?
You want to take this one, Loki?
I don't understand. There's humor in this?
No, no. Thor, and he starts petting his head. It's like Thor has imbibed a bit more of our father's whiskey than he is used to. And he is having a hard time understanding the complex interconnectedness that politics is.
I'm the one that's fucking just drink, you know, if I eat it.
Well, I am a little buzzed, yeah. So, but yes, of course, that makes sense. We have our allies, you have your allies. While we may gain our allies through contracts or trade, you do it through marriage and intermingling. Do I have that right?
And he makes a face, and you hear a voice clear as Orna is in the chamber, and she goes, intermingling. What do you mean by that?
Marriage, you know. Two people becoming one, and then that one also becoming one with a third, and then becoming one with a fifth. You skip the fourth.
Nobody likes the fourth.
Like a whore.
I said nothing of being a whore. Why are you trying to put words in my mouth, Orna?
I put no words into your mouth, Loki.
You said the word whore. It's not a word I would have chosen.
No.
We mean no slight, Princess. We are just trying to understand your customs and how things go here. We are seeking aid from you and your people. So we want to know the best way to be able to go about that without causing any friction for anyone.
And looks over at you, Thor, and then you, Loki. You mentioned contract.
I did, yeah.
My marriages, they are contracts. Though I may... And she puts her hand out and grasps Calaxian's and gently squeezes it. Though I may find my suitors and be fond of them, I have to remain with the mind of business and the mind of this kingdom and multiple kingdoms.
And I assure you, we meant no slight, as my
And she puts her hand up. Sherbo Wharf was not the first place we have found a demon of such, poisoning our waters. Simply, when you need to find a pest, you have to use bait to bring them out.
And who was the bait this time?
It was you? I think it was you.
Me?
No, Orna.
And she looks at Thor and she nods slightly.
Right, you were the bait. So how do we bait the next one? And if we do this for you, will you do something for us?
And she looks and she goes, we have accounted for prior, and we are looking now at a sixth. However, I have more pressing matters and more friction, as you said, yes?
Yeah, friction definitely a part of ruling. I haven't ruled long enough to know, but from what my father said, there seems to be quite a bit of it from time to time.
Yes. And she looks and she takes out a scroll. There is an issue with amongst the Amexolian Empire. My wife there, she is having an issue with Arimentmutu. You go, you investigate. I am too distracted to handle this for her. Resolve. I help.
Yes. What is Arimentmutu?
And she looks great beast.
Like a beast that we just faced, or like a different kind of beast?
And she looks over and she says something in her language over at Calaxian, and almost like, how do you say and she gestures with her hands large, and he goes, it is like how you land, say, lizard, big lizard. And she goes, big lizard.
With wings?
No.
Just land lizard, but
Not
underwater.
land lizard.
But underwater.
And there's more conversation, and she goes,
Hold on.
Go
Loki
ahead.
grabs his staff and casts comprehend languages on himself.
And they're kind of saying, as they're speaking, and Orna goes, the lizard doesn't have wings. What is that on around its body? What is it? Is it stone? Is it rock? And Calaxian goes, it could be rock. It's almost like a shell.
Oh fuck! It's a big turtle.
And as Loki's hearing it, he kind of communicates it to Thor. I'm not sure. I think comprehend languages might let me understand what they mean. No, it's just a literal.
They don't know exactly what they mean.
Okay.
Because they've only heard about this person.
Okay, so yeah, I'm whispering to Thor. It's like, I don't know, it's got a shell made of rock, maybe? Something hard, I guess. Could be gems. They didn't really say.
We're gonna need the full party together if we're gonna fight a sea turtle, rock turtle thing.
And Princess Orna goes, Queen Jason, her father and her father's father had peace treaty with this great beast, and it wasn't until the passing of her father, which she had became queen, that treaty had snapped.
Is he not interested in creating another treaty with the queen?
Last I was there, they had lost more than half of kingdom to destruction.
Got it. So she's not interested in having it. Okay, understood.
I do not know. I believe that she would want to keep her kingdom intact, but Beast is not listening.
Out of curiosity, how pressing is this issue?
And she looks pressing.
How quickly would you like this to be resolved?
And she thinks. Faster you do this, the faster we give you information of the many seas. You're looking for your demon, yes?
We're looking for multiple demons, but one in particular at the moment, yeah.
And she goes, you promised to do this for me, Thor. I will bring you to your friends. And the sooner that you do this for me, the sooner we can become allies.
And Thor will look at Loki.
We need allies.
And I will walk over and pull out what little bit of Odin's whiskey is left in the bottle, which is very little, but enough for, I would say, like 2 shots. And I will say, I, Thor Odinson, King of Asgard, promise to you, Princess, that we will take care of this for you as quickly as we can. And I'll take a shot from the bottle and I'll hand it over to her.
And she smells and she goes, I, Princess Orna, les vos cruz les profanoge, saracel et vous vayatle, les mori cruz, les madares torgues, oceandian gianores, oceandan shonoit, mariste algro alt, modias classons, and modias camlet. Have a truce.
A long first name and a long last name.
Yeah, is that all her name?
I have several kingdoms.
I'm just making sure.
She looks at you, confused. Do you not have... You said you were a king.
I didn't say that.
We are Asgardian. We are royalty on Asgard and defenders of other planes, but not rulers, if that makes sense.
And you see her eye, because as you had spoken, she had hit down the shot, and she looks at you. And go ahead and both of you can roll perception checks.
Fuck. 8.
I believe 16. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say with your 16, Loki, you see the very quick flash of a small smirk before she goes, you have a lot to learn, young rulers. Rest. We will find your comrades in the morning.
How quickly can you get us to Amoxilian?
And she goes, to get you, day or so. You need to find where your comrades are.
We know where they are. We can tell you. Or they can tell you.
Any bodies of water?
And Thor's going to look at Loki.
Loki's hand is already on the amulet, and he reaches out to Alda and says, "Hey, Alda, we've got a way to get to you sooner than we expected. Is there a body of water around you anywhere?"
And it's been a while, so Alda was asleep.
You just jolted awake. You're like, what the fuck?
Who's screaming in my mind?
I would say, just if you make a noise, it is possible you could also wake up Doc.
I'm just,
The clown has no penis.
Good morning to you too. I mean, we're docked in, by Papel.
Papel. Okay.
That's the name of the city that we're from. I'm pretty sure we docked directly in here. I don't think we had to travel to get here, correct, DM?
You did have a boat to get there, and then eventually you had to ride inland.
Hold on. Doc!
Doc, you are woken up by Alder yelling at you.
Where's the boat parked?
You sound
Where's
drunker
the
than us.
what?
Loki's on the other line. We had to ride over to Papel. Where's the boat parked?
That is a good question. Who did I leave at the boat? Sue?
Yeah, Sue's at the boat.
She's gonna kill me.
I think we're parked at Spider-Man 594. Right?
Not
Oh,
knowing
Jaws,
what
you
time it
idiot.
was. I'm gonna cast sending.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna
And I'm
piss
gonna
Rosa
say,
off.
It's been a while since
hey, it's Doc. Sorry, just woke up. Where are you currently at? Like,
Docked. Where you docked. Come on, you're the boat guy. I know the words better than you.
You just woke me up 30 seconds ago.
I woke up a minute ago.
Where are y'all docked? Don't be mad.
Hand on my thing the entire time. Loki's hearing all of this.
Buck, I know it's you, dumbass.
Seems chipper.
You're the only person who screams in my head. I'm where you left me, jackass.
Okay, well, out of game, Carlos doesn't remember where the hell I left them.
They're docked. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was a few days inland that you went by horse.
Okay. I reply and send another message. Okay, I wasn't yelling, but thank you. We'll be back in a couple days' time, leaving in the morning to head back. Do I remember the name of the city that they're docked in?
I don't believe there was a city name that I had for when you
Okay.
docked.
Okay, no problem. So that'll be the end of my message before the whole city part.
Okay, Loki, we're in Papel. It's a couple days on horse away from the coast. We're gonna head to the coast in the morning. Oh god, feel sick.
Okay. And the whole time, because Alder left it open, he's just listening to this rambling, and the eyes are on him. Everyone at the table's like, okay, what's going on? He's like, haha, yeah, we're competent. We can do this. I promise. Yeah, okay. What direction inland?
Yes.
Oh my god. Why did we send the two idiots?
I was sleeping. I heard that.
Yeah,
And
I
she
wanted you to
goes-
hear that.
Huh?
You're not the
Did I
two
hear it?
idiots?
Sadly, no. And
Yeah,
Loki
we're all idiots here.
Loki has taken his hand off the transmitter and just says, they're near Papel, a few days, which is a few days inland from some water.
Loki, why don't you just tell Alder to wind walk to the body of water? That'll cut their travel time into hours, not days.
We still need to know where that water is, though. Unless that's enough information for you.
She
Orna.
needs to know because she needs to find Papel. But the sooner they get to water, the better for us.
Right. I'm still just trying to figure out where to go. Unless that's enough information for you.
And you see her and she goes, I will get a map.
Okay. Well, thank you.
She gets up.
All right, Alder, you're making a fool of us. Just wind walk, do your teleportation through the cloud thing, get there as quick as you can. We will be there in the morning.
I want to ride the pony.
So what Loki's going to do here, for whatever reason I can hear the snoring, he's going to keep his hand on it and just every, 6 seconds cast minor illusion to send a sound that says, wind walk to the water in the morning, and it's just going to loop over and over, so it's in his subconscious, so that when he wakes up, he knows what to do.
Yeah, bing bong to the water and the horning.
Gonna inception his ass. Okay, so eventually she does come back, and the four of you are able to surmise that you are quite some way out from each other. However, there is a nearby kingdom that will be able to take them.
Take them?
Yes, transport.
Take them away, like make them not our problem anymore.
Do you want us to kill your friends, or do you want me to
it was a
bring them
joke.
here?
It was a joke.
Asgardian
no.
humor.
Yeah. Asgardians, we're hilarious.
Subjective.
No, we would want you to take them to a Moxolian, where we would be doing this for Queen Jason. We can just meet them there. We don't have to regroup prior to that.
Oh, even better.
Correct.
Right, so that would be the plan.
Okay. Yes, once the Palace of Creel can take them, then it should be only a few hours before you get to the other kingdom.
I would just a quick tip, having traveled with Alder and Thok, I would make sure whoever you send for them has like a sign or speaks very slowly, just to make sure they're able to keep up with everything.
Yes, because they are the morons.
Right, that is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we will have them conjure a sign.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
And she looks again, and I'll say without the perception, because the drink is very strong that you had given her. There's another slight smirk before she gets up and she goes, I'm going to retire. There, if you go to the left through that hallway, there are guest chambers. Please make yourselves comfortable. I believe I have some catching up to do. As she puts her hand out for Galaxia, and he goes, you guys did great.
Super cool.
Super cool.
And he goes, enjoy Subaku. Be young. Have fun.
Have fun.
And he goes, you are more than welcome to the rest of that bottle. I don't believe we're going to be finishing it.
Once they are out of earshot, I look at Loki and I'm like, did they just tell us they were going to go fuck, like right in front of us?
Oh, yeah, and they were a lot more subtle than they needed to be.
I mean, you just be honest. You just tell us, we get it.
Just say, oh, we are going to go fuck. And I would totally understand.
I mean, we've been around Heracles enough that it's not jarring anymore.
Yeah. So with that, Loki stands up and says, well, I have some catching up to do, and puts his hand out for Thor. Would you
No.
Good, that was a test. We're still brothers. Anyway, we probably should sleep, though.
So the next thumbnail is going to have the XVids logo in the bottom right corner.
I'm just kidding, brother. Unless...
Stuff.
Oh my god, I'm stuck in the bed. I can't move.
I'm stuck in this underwater washing machine, step bro.
I drank too much of our father's whiskey. I hope nothing happens.
I hope father doesn't find out I'm an exotic dancer.
Yes, we should rest. We have a long journey ahead of us.
That we do. Well, make ourselves at home. I guess that's our home. And Loki just kind of turns and walks.
And as Loki walks away, Thor, under his breath, just goes, it's in better shape than our home. But yeah.
Huh? What?
Wait.
Fucking crazy. As you guys go to the left, there's a hallway and a chamber. It looks like when you open it, there's some water that runs and whooshes by your shins. As it looks like this was a draining kind of chamber, because as you open the door, you see a completely dry room. There are several beds, several different vanities, all very simple, all made of more of this limestone and coral. However, there is a nice fine level of dust amongst all of it, as the air is stale as you open the door, as Calaxia had mentioned that they don't get a lot of land visitors recently.
Is it just one room for both of us, or do we each have a room?
No, it is one room, though it is quite large.
Okay. Loki, walking in there first, is going to cast Mage Hand and just have the Mage Hand start, like, dusting everything.
Okay.
At least starting with the beds, side tables, anything. Kind of working from the sleeping areas and then moving out.
Okay. I'll just say it takes several minutes, maybe anywhere close to 20 to 30. Is there anything that you guys are looking to do before the evening, before you retire?
I am going to curl Mjolnir in my baby arm and before bed and try and reach out to Helm just to check in, make sure he's okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Don't fuck me. Hey, 18.
Okay. With your 18, I will say you don't hear from him, but you feel warmth in your chest, as you know that is a symbol for him.
That's all I need. So with that information, I will tuck myself in and get to sleep.
Okay.
Are there any books or anything inside this room?
I'll say that there is a bookshelf full of different literature. Everything seems outdated, at least for you, that you know is at least like 200. Like this would be relevant 200 years ago.
Okay. Then all Loki will do is he'll read through the journal that he had kept, the one that he pretended was his wizard's book, to see if there's any information that he might remember going forward that can help. That's about it. Just to get him to lull to sleep, while the mage hand is turning the pages for him. Of course.
Of course.
You don't want to exert energy you don't want to use.
Not this late.
Okay. As the four of you drift into sleep, of course, take benefits of a long rest. I will say, Alder, go ahead and make a wisdom save for me.
Oh.
Zoinks.
28.
28. Okay. As you kind of lull into sleep, you feel something push. You are able to shake it, but you hear just a very low as it is the next day. You Thok, Alder, you both awake to the smoldering ashes of the fire from the night before, and Manu kind of looking at the suns as they come up, as I believe, Thok, you're usually the first awake to pray to Pelor and whatnot.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Nope.
He's
There it
basically
goes.
saying,
Sorry.
I love
Yes, I am awake.
Pelor.
I'm praying to Pelor.
I love you, Pelor.
Pelor's so cute.
Hello.
Wait, I can't hear anybody.
So you pray to Pelor, and Manu kind of has his arms crossed, and he goes, so we get the bird and then we're out. Yes.
Guys, that was for you. Yeah, Ren.
Bird boys.
I thought that was for Thok specifically.
It is for Thok.
Yeah.
Thok, are you listening to us?
I think he's muted again.
I don't. Yeah.
Are you muted again?
I don't think he can hear us either.
He looks.
Pelor's really cool.
He looks like he's like when my internet goes out.
He's in the chat right now.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Got
Skype
it.
crashed. Yeah.
Okay. So while he's doing that, Manu's gonna be like, "Well, you're no help." He's gonna go over and walk
Well,
over
you
to Alder,
fucking suck.
and he kind of goes, "Alder."
Alder. We'd walk to the water, what?
Good morning. How are you?
Wind walk to the water. Yeah, morning. How
What
are
is
you?
that? Song lyrics? What are those?
No.
Walk to the water.
think when Loki woke me up, he kept telling me as I was falling back asleep, we need to wind walk to the water.
No, it's your idea.
I guess we gotta go fast.
Oh, like a hedgehog, I guess.
I have no idea. Oh.
So, what, we're gonna get the bird and we're gonna leave, what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes? I don't want to be here any longer.
Yeah, trust me, I carry the same sentiment. And I kind of like reach to the back of my head.
I mean, she should be ready. I mean, do you want to send her a message, or do you want to just go back to the cave and get her?
I mean, I don't want to go back to the cave at all. So
Yeah, you can fuck off to the cave.
I mean, then tell you what, if you guys want to just like start packing this shit up, I'll be right back.
Yes, we will both start packing this shit up.
Cool.
Alder, give me a hand.
Done.
And Alder, you immediately start like lifting shit, and Manu's just staring at you.
And I walk back to the cave.
Okay. I'll just say for brevity, it takes some time, but Ren eventually emerges from the cave. She has several tubes of scrolls and papers, and she goes, okay, I think I have everything on my list. I have my books, I have my clothes, I have my food, I have my snacks, I have my books. Did I say books already? I'm sorry. This is just... I'm excited.
Have you ever been on a ship?
No, I have not, but I've read a lot about them, and they make you sick, right?
I mean, they can, but my concern is you have a lot of paper.
Yeah,
Paper
I mean,
and
what else
water
am I gonna write
doesn't
things?
really mix.
Well, I'm not gonna dip the water in the paper in the water, silly.
No, but like, there's salt water that's constantly around you when you're on deck, and you're probably only going to be able to write while you're in the cabin.
Well, I'll make sure that they're not on deck. I can write in the cabin, and I can write above the cabin.
I've never found books to be very helpful, but to each his own, I guess.
It's because you can't read.
So
Manu does say in your brain, it's because you can't read.
Bitch ass.
And she goes, I'm sorry?
Oh, you got everything?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah, then let's go.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thok, are seahorses really a thing? Is it an actual horse that has like a little tail, or it's I feel like that would be some kind of hell.
No, it's not. And then I just start going into the details of every marine animal that she asks me as we walk back to the camp.
You do. She has a little piece of paper that she's writing down, and she's like, okay, yes, so this one, so the men have the babies. Huh.
And not all the information I'm giving also is accurate.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Whether it's by choice or just because he doesn't know.
So, you guys are all packed up, and the four of you are eagerly waiting, as I'm going to assume you're going to cast Windwalk.
Yeah, I'm going to tell Ren we're going to fly there, and she's going to be like, oh, good. I'm going to be like, not that fly.
Oh, we're flying.
Not that kind of fly. So
what?
Hold on tight and follow to your stuff and follow us.
Okay.
It's not a pleasant experience, so don't get too excited.
Here's the thing: it's going to take us probably about 4 days to get to where we need to go, and if we do it this way, we'll get there in about an hour.
Oh wow! Okay, so an hour, 4 days in an hour. Wow. So what do we do? Are we just kind of like, and you're just slowly like all dissipating? She goes, oh, okay, my legs are gone. Oh, good. Oh,
that's fun.
I'm not having.
Oh, thank God.
As she's little, so you're still like slowly dissipating, and the three of you just have a slight relief as I will say it takes about like maybe an hour and a half to get to the shore, as eventually the four of you are reanimated outside of the horizon. I need Alder and Thok, go ahead and make con checks at advantage for me.
Checks or saves?
Saves. Sorry.
19.
Okay.
18.
Both of you are queasy, but none of you managed to throw up. Your black feathered friend, if she had skin, would look very green right now, as she just currently has her hands on her knees and she's like, oh boy. Oh boy.
Ren, it happens on everybody's first time. I promise you it's going to be all right.
Sometimes it happens in the second time, too.
Please, let's not do that a second time or a third time or ever again.
Time may present itself at some point.
Okay. So as you are outside the Wandering Rose, I totally forget her name, but I remember how she talks. And she goes, oh my God, Captain Thok, you're back. Hi, it's me. I'm right here. If you want to come over here, we have everything here. Sue is waiting for you. She said that you were going to be coming soon, but not like super soon. So I didn't know whether to make like breakfast or brunch or lunch or brunch or dinner or dunch. Did you know dunch was a thing? It's like dinner, lunch, but it's not really like a big thing. It's not like dunch or dinner, Linner.
Hansa.
Yes,
Stop.
yes. Oh my God, you have a little friend. You're so cute.
Yes.
And she goes, you talk a lot.
You guys, you'll learn a lot from each other. Ren, I feel like Hansa can answer any questions that you may have about the ship, about just like how life is on the ship, what to do, what not to. How about you guys go off and, talk for a little bit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. You won't leave yet, though, without me, right? I just have a few questions for the very fast talking girl.
Yeah. No, we're not gonna leave without you. Like, you're coming on the ship.
Okay. Yes.
Isn't she?
Ship.
Wait, isn't Hansa coming on the ship too?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be on the ship? Oh my God, is this mutiny? Are you trying to like? I mean, I know that my annual review is like.
Oh God.
Me, not against you. Like, just go.
Okay. And she. Ren looks whelmed as Sue and Tibrin come out, and Sue looks like she's in like a robe and she's like rubbing her eye, and she's like, "You're here early."
Don't do that.
Yep.
There we go. You see what they did?
Oh, God, it's so weird. Why does it do that?
What are we doing, Captain? Did you find what you were looking for? Is it him? And she points at Manu.
Not exactly.
It's worse.
Yeah.
I can't possibly imagine, but yay.
How about I look around. There's not many people around, are there?
No.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worse. Maybe Lucifer. Maybe trying to get.
When you say that, Manu's like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't say his name."
Maybe Louie. What other name?
Go ahead and roll a religious check or religion check.
When he says his name, I'm gonna
8.
Scratch at the back of my head again.
And when he says that, you look at him confused. He goes, "You are so. How are you a fucking cleric? You don't say demon names, let alone his name, or else he's gonna look. He already can hear us right now. Let alone you're just fine tuning it. Don't say his name.
He already can hear us. Then what's the point on hiding it?
It's more than seeing you. Now he probably can hear our thoughts right now.
Oh.
Is nothing sacred to you, you dense motherfucker."
Then I just start going through a Rolodex of names of what I should call him instead.
You said Spot in your head like 3 times.
No.
He's not a dog.
I don't know what the fuck to call him then.
Jerry.
The dude. My
Let's
dude.
call him.
My dude.
And then you just hear even further in the back of your head, "What's going on, my dude?"
Oh, yeah.
Come, go Mets. Go Mets.
I haven't claimed my quarterly prize yet.
You haven't. You haven't found a Wizard Steve's.
Can't wait to find the underwater Wizard Steve's where he just tries to talk by taking the mask off and it's just.
Dead Wizard Steve. So, as you guys are talking, Sue goes, so, what's the plan?
We go to Zion Square?
No, I think right now, based off of what Loki said, we need to talk with him again. But I think they wanted us to get to the water quickly because they're going to help us transport to where we need to go next. And I'll be like, touch my thing and be like, hey, big guy, we're back at the water. What's next?
I will say on the flip side of that, Loki, Thor, you have a restful sleep. However, the two of you are up fairly early as breakfast is served fairly early for the princess, and you are sat at this very long table. And you're kind of like both half awake, half sleeping, but there are many different foods that are there. A lot of preserved dried goods for you guys because they're not sure what land people eat. So lots of like dried seaweed. There are
Pine
eggs, pine cones,
Love pine cones.
a lot of pine needles. You're not sure what kind of eggs are on your plate, but they smell good. And they're protein as
Turtle.
Loki, you're soon brought with the audio of Alder ringing in your head.
What was it that you said, Alder?
I got your message last night. We're back at the water already. What's next?
My, can't you let me have my breakfast in peace? And I wait for the laugh.
It doesn't come.
And he continues to wait. He says, Alder, you can laugh now. It's okay.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, Thor, he had the most grand laugh. Yes, so your ride...
I thought dead.
Alder's mad for some reason. Well, your ride will be there in 3, 2 more hours.
And Orna leans forward and she goes, what are you referring to?
And he takes his hand off. Oh, our friends are near the water. When should they expect their pickup to Axion Square? Zion Square?
No, the Aximilian Empire.
As you guys
Axion
are talking.
Empire, okay.
And she goes, I believe Glebduel should be there within the hour. We have sent for him early.
Yeah, so I was not far off. Within the hour, Glabduel. Did I say the name correctly?
No.
Okay. Can you say it for me again?
Glebduel.
Duel. That's what I said.
That's not what you said.
Glebduel will be there within the hour. He will take you to Amaxilian, the kingdom Amaxilian.
Amaxilian Empire.
Amaxilian Empire. And there we will reconvene and we will be right as rain. Won't we, brother?
Okay.
So right.
Is that you said it was Gleb?
Glebduel.
His name's Glib Glob.
No, don't say that.
Don't do
out
that.
loud.
Don't say that to his name.
Glebduel. What does Glebduel look like? So that way we have an idea of what we're expecting.
And Loki describes what everyone else looks like and assumes they will be similar.
And you see Calaxian put up his hand and Orna just slowly puts it down.
Is he convinced? Do I feel that there's conviction in what he's saying?
Go ahead and roll conflicting persuasion insight checks. Do a little PvP, honey.
Modded 20.
11.
He's pissing out a shithole.
He's saying it with all the confidence he has, which is not much, as he's about to eat turtle eggs.
I'm gonna be really, really honest with you, Loki. That doesn't sound remotely like it's a real thing.
Okay, they are real things. I'm looking at them now. It's very rude of you to say that.
Did you just call us things?
Yeah, we're all things. Shit. You're a thing, I'm a thing. It's a neutral term.
Loki, bring it down. Bring it down.
Sorry, Alda is being so rude right now.
What does Glebdul look like?
Okay, sorry. My insensitive friend wants me to ask, what does Glebdul look like?
We don't know what we're expecting. You haven't seen people like this until just now, too.
You can't hear that. I took my hand off the transmitter.
I don't know. It looked like it was right there.
No, I said I took it off in my heart.
Do they? And she looks over at you, Thor, and just goes, "Do you always bicker like you're all married to each other?"
It happens increasingly more as time goes on, unfortunately.
And she goes, Glebdul is orange, and she looks over at Calaxian. I've only met the gentleman a handful of times in my time there.
We don't know what Glebdul looks like.
Okay, he's
That's
orange.
I mean, orange does at least stick out. Okay.
Like a bright orange.
Yeah, like a bright orange.
Like a bright orange humanoid in nature?
Sure.
This all sounds so great. I'm sure we'll find them.
He'll have a sign.
They'll have a sign.
I'll see you guys whenever Glebdul gets us where we're going.
Once we see that sign.
I saw the sign.
And then I'll just reach out, go back to them, and I'll be like, so we're looking for Glebdul, the orange humanoid figure.
And Sue goes, excuse me?
That's the name. It's what I was told.
Okay.
Orange colored humanoid figure, probably going to be here within the next hour. So that person's going to be picking us up and bringing us to the Axabic Empire.
Amaxolian
Empire.
That sounds like a plan.
Sue goes, great. We all going, or is this another you two thing?
Well, we're going to be meeting up with Loki and Thor, and I'm just going to be like...
Looks over at Tibrin. It's a them.
I mean, y'all can come.
I'm sure
we bringing that...
To go with Glebdul? Glebdul? No, that sounds like a fun thing that you guys should do. He sounds great.
I feel like you really just don't want to come to right now, and I thought we were starting to build a connection. And
you guys realize
that either, so.
9 times out of 10, wherever you guys say you're going to go, you end up somewhere else.
Well, considering I thought we were going to a square, and now we're going to an empire.
Yeah, bingo bango.
It's an
Bermuda triangle.
What's that?
Oh, it's a triangle.
It's a triangle.
Oh, God. Well.
So are you coming?
No.
I think that's a no.
What are you doing? So I will say you guys have the hour to kind of just reconvene, repack. As you do so, Princess Orna goes, so you will be taking the Shugang whale to the Empire.
Can you point that one out to us? I truly don't know the difference between my whales, so...
That is fine. Just make sure you've collected your things and meet me outside the palace in 20 minutes or so.
And about how long will it take for us to get there?
With Shugong, he is one of our stronger swimmers. I will say you should be there within a few hours.
Cool. I love that. Let's do it.
And looks at you, Loki, for approval. This pleases you?
Greatly. Yes, thank you.
What kind of eggs were those, by the way? They were delicious.
And she looks and she goes, you have not had eel eggs before.
Not knowingly.
No, but that explains the eel-like flavor.
And she goes, yes, it is a delicacy, the best for god kings.
Oh, I loved it. If you have a to-go box, I would love some.
I can get some prepared for you.
Yes, thank you. Got a long journey ahead of us.
It's a
I
few
was just
hours.
going to turn and look at Loki.
You didn't like them.
I didn't say that.
Cool. And she, so the few of you are out, I will say within the next 30 minutes or so, and there is a massive, it almost looks like a sperm whale, but it has almost like catfish-like features to them. Almost
Cool.
like a water serpent whale. As you see Princess Orna put her hands to the mouth of this great beast, and she goes, yes, Shugong will bring you there. Just he has a temperamental tummy. Don't tickle his throat too much if you can.
Thor looks at Loki immediately.
I'm not going to. And then he looks at Orna and says, I'm not going to.
Do I believe him?
He's being honest.
And she goes,
At least he thinks he is.
this is, I mean, she just kind of shrugs and she goes, as I said, temperamental. He will not throw you up, but we have had instances where bile has come out and it will pass through. Just, he is a good whale.
Yeah, no, never mind. Is she coming with us?
And she looks at you and she goes, I cannot.
Okay.
She's got other stuff to do, remember?
That's what I thought. I just wasn't sure. Then I'm going to wait until she leaves to do the next
I'm here to see you off, and Odinsons, be careful.
We will.
Thank you, Princess. We will, and we'll be back soon with hopefully glad tidings.
And of course, we appreciate your hospitality, as Loki bows.
And she does a slight bow, but she does not break eye contact with you.
I guess I bow too. I guess.
Does the same. And she goes, safe travels.
Thank you.
Before she swims back off towards the palace as Shugong opens his mouth very slightly, so that way you have enough room between his teeth to move through, but is waiting patiently.
As are we swimming or are we walking? Are we underwater?
You would swim into his mouth.
Okay,
You're still underwater.
That's what I thought. So as swimming through, Loki will kind of like not caress, but just like put his hand to the side of whatever he can reach.
Mm-hmm.
In a similar way that Orna did, and just and using speech of beast. Is it speech of beast? Speech of beast and leaf. We'll just say thank you. I forgot his name. Just now.
It's Shugong.
Shugong. He says, thank you, Shugong, for safe passage.
And does that mean you can understand him as well?
No.
Or you just communicate to him?
He can understand me.
You can't understand him.
Yeah.
You just hear a very low rumble, but it seems pleasant.
And scene.
Okay. So very shortly, you guys are off. Back to Alder and Thok as you are making preparations. Soon, next to the horizon, I would say several meters out, there is a very large mass, dark blue underwater that is several ships long. As this giant whale slowly kind of rises out of the water and breaks crests as the blowhole just completely sprays I would say several ships, including yours.
Oh man, I'm gonna watch that later.
Something tells me that's all right.
How do you know?
Well, because when I talked to
Well,
Veldana last night, and she said that Loki and Thor were riding in a whale, and they're trying to take us to where they're at. So I have a feeling that we're getting picked up by a whale.
wait, on a whale or in a whale?
I'm guessing in a whale.
But both of you, please go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
25.
16.
Okay. I mean, it's not going to be hard because there is commotion amongst the docks as you see a few boats away, very closely resembling Gilead. I would say looks like a Triton, but there are spines amongst their back. And they have the markings and looks of a clownfish, of bright oranges followed by whites and blacks. And it looks like they're holding a sign and they're asking questions. And then you just see people just kind of like shake their head, and he, goes, and it looks like they're going to different ships asking questions.
I think that's our sign.
You said orange, right?
I said orange. That's what I was told.
Do you remember what his name was?
Starts with a G.
Gleb?
Don't tell him.
Oh.
This is gonna be hilarious to me.
Clip glob.
Clip glop.
It's that's definitely Thor said that, and it was not right. They were not happy about that.
That's fine. I'm gonna whistle towards that direction, just be like, "Hey, Mr. G!"
And you see like a little arm go up, and they eventually kind of walk over, and they go, "Oh, hey, what's going on? My name is Glebdul. Are you by chance Adder and Kokk?"
You goddamn right we are.
And
I mean, it's Alder and Thok, but your name is Kokk from now on.
He goes, "Oh, sweet. Greetings and salutations, my guys. My name is Glebdel. I believe Princess Orna is asked for a ride upon June over there. Great whale. Great guy. Funny. Very funny. You guys are ready?"
Is this character based on Argyle?
It's 100%.
Yeah.
We're not here for your tasty pies, my guy.
We need your finest salts.
600 pounds of salt.
How are we to breathe inside a whale's mouth?
Oh, well, June over there, he's got this amazing ability of getting all the water out of his mouth and then just kind of sitting there with air in it.
This does sound great.
This sounds perfect. Worst case scenario, I can cast water breathing on us.
Alright. I think so can I, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check.
I'm pretty sure I have it prepared already.
Oh, sorry, dudes. That reminds me. And he pulls out and he goes, "These are rings of water breathing. You'll probably want it for the water.
Oh, yeah.
On account of the breathing, good."
Are we gonna go get Ren?
Yeah, you go grab Ren and we'll get ready to go.
Right. Meet back in 5.
Okay, great.
Wait, I thought she was coming with us.
No, you're good. I'll tell you about why I'm laughing later. So who's getting Ren?
I'll get Ren.
Okay. So you kind of go up to the ship, and then I'm so sorry. Her name is Hassan. What's
Hansa.
Hansa. That's right, Hansa. And Hansa goes, "And that was my 4th relationship, and he was just a real scumbag, and my dad didn't really like him, but you know what? Love is love, and so that I thought like I would be." And Ren is just like, no hand, no quill, no paper, and she's just like, yeah.
Hey, Ren.
Oh my God, Thok, hi. Oh, I'm so
Hey.
bye. And she's just like picking shit up. And she goes, yeah, we're shipping out now, yeah?
Yeah,
Far
we're shipping
away?
out.
From Hansa?
We're not taking the ship though.
What are we taking?
We're taking another mode of transportation that travels
We're not
underwater.
windwalking again, are we?
No, God,
Whale.
no. It's a
Whale.
little different. Whale.
And she goes, huh?
No.
It sounded like you said whale.
No. Well, yeah, I did, but you'll see.
What?
Yeah, no, but yeah.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
no, yeah, exactly. All right, well, before we leave, I am gonna see if I can find Tiburon real quick and let him know, hey, apparently the gods decided to send us a whale to meet them where we need to go. So
YOLO.
I don't know exactly where this is. Again.
And he just kind of looks and he goes, it was right. It kind of comes with the territory.
I'm sorry. Have you guys been planning the wedding?
We've had a lot of time.
Sorry.
I picked out swatches.
I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, it's going to be magenta and like neon pink. It's going to be really loud and obnoxious.
If that's what you want, anything.
On Thok's green skin, that'll be beautiful.
He lightly kisses your lips and goes, I'm fucking
looking
with
Barney.
you, but you need to do some of this planning shit with me.
I know, but I figured we need to save, the world first, and then.
It's fair, but you're missing some of the fun at least.
I bet.
Okay.
Picking out swatches with Sue. I can't imagine.
She's
That's a good
actually
blast.
got an eye for detail.
I'm surprised Creed isn't all over it.
Oh, no, we have several binders from Creed.
Ah, how are those two?
Creed.
Hey, that's
We have
for you.
several binders from Creed. Creed has several ideas, and one includes several fountains, because water.
No.
Here. Do me a favor. How about this? You have hours to think about. Why don't you think about this? Think about Song for Our First Dance. That's the only thing I ask. You got time.
Okay. I will do my best.
That's all I ask.
I'm on a boat.
Love-
It's
I
not.
love you.
I love you. Kisses you gently again and goes, please get into that whale's mouth and hurry home.
Not something you hear every day.
No, but we have weird, fucked up lives. Kind of
You're not
smacks
wrong.
the side of your arm.
Oh, I thought you said ass.
No, not your ass.
Smacks me
But
in the
also
ass.
your ass.
No.
He goes, was
I know.
that sexual harassment, dude?
Not enough, unfortunately.
Oh, that's sexual, dude.
No.
Anyway, I hope you like really cool pan flute. I've been working on this new song.
Oh yeah? Can't wait to hear it. I'm sure we will.
No, you're going to hear a lot about it, dude. I've been going through some weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recently kind of hit my Jethro Tull phase.
Nah, Judas Priest, brother. But on pan flute. So the three of you eventually get into the mouth of June. Everything is very stale and smells of krill and ocean water. It's very noxious as the four of you kind of pile in, along with Manu as a fifth. And God damn it. Glebduel eventually goes, all right, and we're off, my guys.
How long until we get to our location?
I mean, it's not a couple of like years or whatever. And what do you guys talk about? Hours? So we could just count until then. So like 1, 2,
We're fine.
Yeah, no.
3.
Oh.
No, I didn't get to 4 yet. Hold on. This is gonna really
Silence
flip
would
your
be the
lid.
best. I put on the ring, by the way, just in case.
Okay.
I
You
give
guys
one to
all.
Ren.
There is no attunement required with the rings.
Okay.
And yeah, it takes a few hours as these two whales are barreling towards the city. Anything that you guys are particularly doing in that time?
We have time to kill, so I either answering Ren's questions or trying to ask Alter and Manu about songs they think would sound great at the wedding.
I got a great song, man. Look, let me play it for you, guy.
I am going to take
No.
This is a lot of ceremonial breathing where I'm from. It's very tribal, man.
No. I think we're gonna go a different route.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that. That's more like a war cry or someone's birthday.
Yeah, it's gonna be neither one of those things. Hopefully.
Oh, Mazel Tov.
Thanks.
Welcome. I didn't know. Sorry. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't either, but I'm just gonna go with it.
It's like a Wizard Steve. I just don't think it just comes out. Oh God, these two in a room would be great.
He's the secret Wizard Steve.
Never. I'll kill
Give me
both
free
of
shit.
them. I'll
Wizard
kill both
Steve
of them
and
or
Blood
myself.
Duel. I'm gonna go full ghost ship on it. Just that
Yeah.
metal wire through everybody.
Okay. So I'll say a few hours pass before you are outside of the Mexolian Empire. I'll say the drop-off point is not within the kingdom itself, and we'll say that Shugang is there first, and you guys do physically feel the whale stop moving as it kind of sits very comfortably.
Once we arrive, looking at Ren, does she look just as sick as she did when she wind walked?
You're not there yet.
Well, Ren is with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can see her
you
while
said
she's moving.
Shugang was. So we were. Aren't we there first?
Yeah. you
Or
guys
are
there
they?
first.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Disregard.
No problem. And I will say like an hour or so passes before you see the mouth finally begin to open, unless you have pushed yourselves out of the mouth of Shugang.
I wouldn't have done that. Loki, would you have
No.
wanted to?
I would have
Yeah.
waited until the mouth opened on its own.
Yeah. So
I will say there were a few like burps and the occasional little bit of bile, but it had been a relatively pleasant ride. And yes, eventually the mouth opens. As you see, there is another massive whale. Definitely looks different from the sperm whale. Think of it more of the blue whale, but instead of dark blues, it's more of like teals and light blues. As the mouth opens and you see a orange gentleman who goes, "Hello, my fellow dudes. Gore and Poki."
Close enough.
are you Glebduel?
That I am, my guy. And these, I believe, are your friendos.
Fellas!
And lady.
And a new
Oh.
lady.
We don't. Yeah. Who are you?
Hi, yes, hello, my name is Ren. I've heard a lot about you. I don't have all my things, so it's very hard to take notes, but hi, it's very nice to meet, to know you and then meet both of you.
Well, hello. And Loki outstretches a hand to shake.
Wow, yes. Handshake.
Okay.
Isn't she like 3 feet tall? Or like
Yes.
2 feet tall?
She's very tiny.
I guess he crouches
Yeah.
down on one knee.
I would also crouch down and be like, "Hi, Thor. Nice to meet you, Ren.
Ren, yes.
The pleasure is all ours."
She's gonna. She has a good deal of questions, but I think she's gonna be very helpful for us on our journey.
That is very
Oh.
nice of you to say, Halter. And as the six of you, fuck me, are convening, you see in the distance where the kingdom is. You see several figures kind of swimming and pushing towards you. If you guys want to make perception checks.
First roll back together.
And
Natural 1.
we're a team. Okay.
14.
Gore's like, what the fuck is that?
We're a team again. Kokk the first time.
Lightning.
Second time is 27.
27.
Dang.
Okay.
18.
19, Loki.
18.
14.
14, 18, 27, and 1. Awesome.
Gang's all here, baby.
I'll say everyone who didn't get 1. They, once again, it's more humanoid in figure on the top. However, the bottom looks to be almost like starfish as it pushes forward, and that's how they're kind of propelling themselves. And you see that they look more of, if I were to equate it to real world, more of Asian descent, more fair skin, finer hair. And you see one of them cross their arms. They're kind of covered in scars, and they look and they go, "Are you Glebduel?" And he goes, "Yes, that I am. And these are my friends, my guys."
Fucking know you, my dude.
My God.
I'm just gonna say,
And girl.
Alda, Thok, Ren, Loki, Thor.
Holy shit, I've been calling you Kokk for the past 3 hours, man.
We know.
I know.
You've been calling him Kokk.
You've been calling him Kokk?
That's such a good
why?
one.
Why didn't we think of that?
I don't know.
Why
It's
do you
right
think I
there.
didn't stop it?
What did you call that one? And I'll point to Alda.
It goes, "Oh yeah, I thought his name was Adder until he got real pissy about it."
You know, he does get sensitive about his name. It is Ada, actually.
Wow.
You got correct information.
You know what? You guys are good dudes. Real solid
You-
guys.
You are a good dude, Glebduel.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get this boat on the road, yeah?
Sure.
Sure.
And
Sounds like a thing.
you see one of the guards just go. As you guys swim, you see that there's mass carnage amongst the kingdom, ruins and remnants that, as you get closer, there is actually a heat generating from it. Whether it's radiation or steam, you're not entirely sure. But before long, you do eventually get to the palace, and you do see that there is a more regal looking woman that you would assume would be the queen, Jessin. And she has her bottom half where the other guards are more of pinks as far as starfish. She is different kinds of yellows, golds, greens, blues. She definitely sticks out.
Queen Jessin, I would assume.
And she bows her head and she goes, "Yes, you are allies of my beloved, Orna."
Yup.
Meanwhile,
I
the
guess
four
fucking
of you
so.
are like, "What?"
I mean, I...
And Ren goes, "What's an Orna?"
And you just hear Glebduel in the background going, "Right on."
Yeah, they're part of some kind of weird, kingdom tribe, commune, dude. Think of it as one big cul-de-sac.
We've worked previously with Orna. She advised us that you may need some of our assistance.
She looks and she goes, "She is correct. We've been attempting negotiations with..." I know his name is just long. Arumitat. And he has not been hearing any of our negotiations. Not agreeing, of course, to sharing these waters.
What exactly is Arumitat?
A great old being. He's been within stories of my family for generations.
So this beast doesn't have a name?
No, that is his name, Arumatat.
Right, but the creature itself doesn't have a name.
I mean, the most maybe I would equate it to when she looks over at one of the guards is hard lizard.
Arumitat the hard lizard. Got it. Okay.
While they're talking, Loki's
Hard
going to
lizard.
lean over to Alder, Thok, and Ren and kind of describe what he had heard from Orna, being that there's like a shell and it's a lizard.
Rock, maybe.
Rock, yeah. And to really hoping Thok or Kokk has some idea what it is, being that it is a water creature.
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna ask too, being obviously from the sea, do I hear any of this? Know any of this?
I mean, everyone can roll a nature check, and you may at advantage.
Oh, neat.
Ooh.
We all get to roll at advantage?
No, you guys already tried.
You said all.
I got a 4.
I got 10 twice.
With a -1, that's a 13.
I got a 14.
From what it sounds like a reptile that has a shell, possibly a turtle.
It's a giant turtle.
They're afraid of a
The
turtle.
hard lizard.
And they go, turtle?
It's not important. So
Yeah, it's like,
you've tried negotiating, and he is not.
He has killed several of my soldiers and several of my people.
What's different in negotiation this time than with your father's father's father?
And she goes, I do not know. We have offered food. We have offered peace between our oceans. We have offered crops, lands.
Is there anyone who's seen him before and has seen him now and would be able to tell us if there's anything different about him?
And
His eyes, his skin color.
And she looks and she goes, I'm sorry, but no, not alive.
And this creature, Arumatep?
You may say just Aru.
Aru. He does not speak back. You merely present something and hope that he accepts?
More or less, yes.
Where would we find Aru?
And there is a massive hole in the main chamber of this kingdom that outside kind of relays, and she lifts up as you follow, and she points towards the west, and she goes, well, the waters become darker and colder, and then become agonizingly hot, almost scalding. That is where Aru lays.
and how do we get there? Surely we're not swimming from here to there.
And she looks and she goes, I can arrange some horses to be drawn for you.
I mean, the princess did say we need to get to this as quickly as we could, Loki.
Yes, and if it's not going to listen to any gifts, I don't know, something seems off. Is there anyone else we could talk to who may... Thor mentioned it before, but who may know more? Perhaps a sage or a wise person?
I mean, we have many village elders, but they have not been able to negotiate for the beast. My father and my grandfather, they would go to the lair of Aru, and they would be gone for days on end. Usually a little bit coming home, worse for wear, but there would be peace.
Is there talk of this process, this ceremony in any book or scripture, or is there kind of a painting of what we would be able to see he looked like then?
My father just spoke that he was as large as a mountain.
Cool. Large as a
A
mountain.
great old one.
A great old one.
I'm going to
old
turn
god.
and look at Loki and just say, I don't like the chances of handling this one with force.
Nor do I. Thok, could you reach out to Ashiki? See if he knows anything of Aru. To DM, is it nighttime? Where in the day are we?
I would say it's like late evening or like early evening.
Okay.
It might be in a different part of the continent, though.
Correct.
Yeah, so it could still be hella earlier or late, wherever he is.
Right. I'm just trying to find out if we have the night to do it
Right,
or not.
okay.
Also, like, how big can a continent be? Like, what do we get? Like 5 time zones?
That's what
3,
US is.
4?
3, 4, 20,
4.
whatever. Okay. Yeah. Thok, could you reach out to Ashiki if we are meant to tackle this in the morning? The more information we can have before then, the better.
I think we should at least take the night to try and plan, but I think bright and early tomorrow we need to try and resolve things with Aru and the people of Amoxilian.
Well, I can reach out to him tonight to see if he doesn't mind looking over things throughout the night and reaching out in the morning and seeing what he can find out.
Is there any way he could reach out to you in the morning so that you don't use some of your power?
I can ask. Has he ever reached out to me directly? I can't remember.
Not without you reaching out to him first.
First, okay. But I'll ask him.
Okay.
So
Then yeah, I'll turn and look at Queen Jessin and just say we would like to kind of find our quarters for the day. We will plan and go to Aru tomorrow, first thing in the morning.
First thing.
And that's what we're looking up, right? Aru.
Aru, yeah. See if Ashiki knows anything about this Aru or an ancient old one. Arumitat.
And she goes, yes, I can get quarters drawn up for you and dry, of course. Though it won't be through the best conditions, but it should be serviceable.
We've dealt with much worse.
You humbled me. Thank you. And as you guys kind of start to settle, hold on.
There's a giant turtle that comes out of the ground.
Turtle punch.
Turtle kiss.
Turtle kiss. Glebduel comes out and he goes, "My guys, this is where we also part and our journey comes to an end. And though a new journey may begin. Kokk, you're a good man, dude. Even though I'm not entirely sure what the fuck you are. You're very green.
He's
very tall.
I am that too.
May the waves and the sun and the surf be with you, my guy."
Well, thank you. And may the Dawnfire Father shine down upon you.
Sweet. Turns to the left and he goes, "Thor, Loki, Adder, you guys are also righteous dudes. Also, that little black thing is also really cool. I didn't get your name. What was it, Hen?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." And he goes, "All right, just be safe or whatever. And may our paths cross one more time before we pass on to the next life or whatever.
All Father protect you, Glebduel.
Also with you and on to you."
And
All
in
right.
my spirit.
All right, well, don't get all weird with it.
They changed it.
They changed it to Trick Glebduel. What's up? And he's like, All right, I'm out, my guys. And you see him, and he.
I'll turn and look at everyone and just be like, that was the weirdest guy I've ever encountered in my entire life.
I've encountered weirder.
I'm so sorry.
And you hear in your head, yeah, that guy said my dude's a lot.
Oh, no.
Oh no, he's near. He's near. He's near.
That's where you find the pop-up wizard, Steves. Is there anything you guys would like to do before we close out for
I
the
have my account number. Hold on.
It's 8688055259.
Did you actually have it out?
Yeah, I have it written down in my inventory.
Okay, great.
Oh, I learned. Like, I have it right here.
Good, as you should, because he will check it.
I
Whoever
have
that
two
rep,
frequent buyer punches already picked up.
whoever that rep may be. You got to get Ren a card.
Oh shit! That's
I
right.
have 3 punches because I wrote it down last time.
You get a
He
free
gave us an extra punch.
You get a free sub sandwich if you fill out your card.
33174018662.
I ain't even gonna read mine.
8675309.
Incorrect. That is
Damn it.
someone else's number. Jenny, I believe.
Oh,
Uh,
we share
You
an
got that from
account.
Tommy Two-Tone.
No.
Anything
So I'm
else, you
gonna-
guys?
Oh, I found
I'm
it.
gonna message Ishiki. And just say.
Real quick, before Thok does that, Thor's going to jump in and say, if you can manage it, in your message, check in on insert girls' names from that place here.
Grace and Rosalie.
Those ones. Check in on Grace and Rosalie. We haven't checked in quite some time, and last we left, there was some.
You know, I could just do a separate message and just.
Yeah, no, but I wanted to
Directly.
get it all out while you're talking
Okay.
to him.
Grace and Rosalie.
Because the one chick couldn't speak Abyssal, then she could, and she sang it, and it was weird, and I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And Ren goes,
No.
I'm also now concerned. We've been through a lot.
We haven't
Have
even
we?
started.
Who are you?
I'm just saying, you have been through a lot, and within the last few days, I mean, and she points at Alder and Thok, I mean, we've met.
I'm sorry, who?
I can't. We're not supposed to say his name, but
Well, I'll fill you in. We haven't gotten a chance to talk yet.
Mm-hmm.
DM, what does that do to Thor's face when he
it's not
knows?
good.
Yeah, when he knows that this dude is floating around.
Not great.
Cool.
And you're like, cool, that guy's actually still
Fucking
alive.
hate that guy.
Fuck. You've never met him. Because it wouldn't be good.
Fucking hate.
Last you heard, he was frozen in a block of ice.
Thanks, Ebsidy.
Oops.
Bless down, y'all.
As he said, I believe it was oopsie doopsie.
Hello.
It was, I'm sorry. So what do you say to Ashiki, Thok?
I say, hi, Shiki, it's Doc.
How
Can
are
you
you?
do us a favor and find any information about a Arumitet, also known as an old ancient one, giant turtle-like creature?
Hard lizard.
Rock snake.
Hard lizard rock snake.
Turtle.
You're changing the teleprompter on me as I'm reading.
Okay. I will say several minutes pass before you are met with the Shiki in your head going, yes, Doc, sorry, I had to find a certain book from what you were describing. The Triton, or aquatic, have a more simplified name, but we know them as dragon turtle.
Fuck.
And we will end it there.
Oh,
Oh,
that
man.
that doesn't sound good. I'm gonna tell you right
should've-
now.
I'm-
Should have went with Argyle fish.
That sounds like
Should've
a
left.
rough time, my guy.
We're not here
Remind
for your
me-
tasty pies.
Because I was gonna send a second message and ask.
Well,
about
what's the
Grace
second
and
message?
Rosalie.
I'm sorry.
It was just asking about Grace and Rosalie, how they were doing.
We can pick that up in the next
Yeah,
segment.
I put an asterisk next to it, so I'll try not to forget.
Fuck.
Yup.
Cool.
Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us again on another episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Junk Drawer.
Ding.
We will be back next week, as long as everything's good to go, which I think it is, but shit happens. So make sure you come back, hang out with us. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Please follow or subscribe if you're watching on Twitch. We would love to have you as a part of our group. And Josh, are there names that you'd like to read in the chat?
No.
Good. Fuck no.
It's
just
too
kidding.
long. No, I think let's just consolidate it. I want to thank everyone out there who watched tonight. We love you. And
Thank you so much.
next week, come see us make some turtle soup. Hopefully.
Dragon turtle soup.
Or get
Or
fucked up.
will be the turtle soup.
I'll be some turtle soup all day.
All day. Guys, thank you so much. We will see you guys all back here next time. Take it easy, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Don't forget to write.